Hi, my name is Rick Cook, and I want to welcome you to Composition 1. So, this is English 121, the first year composition class that Lansing Community College offers. This is my 18th year teaching at LCC, and I've taught this class for longer than that. I first taught first year composition at U of M, where I did my undergraduate work. And then, as part of my master's program, I taught this class at Michigan State. So I got the whole go blue, go green controversy covered. And then in my PhD work, I did teach this class at Grand Valley. And my current job, my full-time job, my job during the day is teaching this class for Ferris State University at the Wilson Talent Center. That's the CTE program in Ingham County. It used to be called the Capital Area Career Center. I'm the English teacher for the building and the instructional coach for the building, and I'm very fortunate that I get to teach first year composition, this class, although it's through Ferris State, to eligible high schoolers who want to take it on. I love teaching writing. Obviously, I've been doing it a long time, and I don't have to teach this class. I choose to do this because I love interacting with other adults that are trying to improve themselves. And usually, I'm a face-to-face teacher. I've been forced to go online just like everybody else. And while I certainly still like face-to-face instruction more, I have found success doing this, and I have been satisfied by the meaningful ways that students have improved their writing ability, even in these troubling times, these hard circumstances. So this is just a short little video welcoming you to the class and kind of giving you an orientation of the space. When you open this course in D2L, you get the announcements page. Here's my welcome announcement. It's got a big message in my welcome announcement is, please don't ever hesitate to contact me. It's very hard to teach a virtual class, and it's really hard to take one. And communication is the key. I never get upset with students contacting me. I don't care what time it is. I don't care how often you're contacting me. I don't care how silly you think the question might be. I'm much, much more irritated by students who don't ask for help when they should. The easiest way to get a hold of me is to send me a text. My cell phone number is right there. You can email me, and my email can be found in the welcome materials. That's not as fast and as convenient as a text, and that's the whole point of communication. The welcome announcement guides you towards the content browser, which is where you can find the materials for the class. The class is set up by week, and it's intended that you move through it week by week by week, and that we're all moving through it together. It's not the kind of class where, you can do the first 3 weeks all at once. There are due dates throughout the class. So while we're not meeting face-to-face, there are due dates that everybody meets and everybody follows because there's a lot of collaboration in the class. I also put in the announcements your weekly to-do list. So you can always find, what am I supposed to do this week? What's the order I should do it in? You can find that in the announcements. And these weekly to-do lists will always correspond with the content over here. So this first to-do list covers the class materials section in week 1, and then you'll get a week 2 to-do list and a week 3 to-do list, and so on and so forth. Another way to get into this content is to go up here and click on this content tab. And when you do this, it takes you to the course information. So this talks about the course, the syllabus. It gives you the book that you need to find. It gives some more contact information. It does talk about office hours, right? So you can find my office hour information here. And it's Wednesdays, 9 to 10 a.m. But of course, there's lots of time outside of that I'll be meeting with students. I know that specific time isn't going to work for everybody, and I'd be very happy to set up other times where we can either talk or text or set up a WebEx or a Zoom. You can find All the materials over here. So here's class materials, start here. My welcome letter. Please read that. It's long, but it's really, really important. You got to make sure that this is the right professor, the right class at the right time in your life. And you got to decide that early on, because if you determine later on in the class that this isn't right, you could really jeopardize your financial aid. You could end up with a W, which is a withdrawal on your transcript, or even worse, having a failing grade. Of course, if you fail a class early in your college career, you lose access to financial aid. So it's very important that you make sure you make a good decision. My expectations of the writing community. There's a student survey I'd like you to complete so I can learn a little bit about you. The more I know about you, the more I know how I can guide you in terms of developing your ability to write. And there's the syllabus. Check out the syllabus often. It's got lots of information in it. Some of it's repeated in the welcome letter, but I do like students to see things more than once, make sure that it's getting through to them. The to-do lists are pulled right out of the syllabus, so you'll see a relationship between those two things. The rubric for all the essays that we write, and then a video about the rubric is also included. You will also find in this top area the communications tab, which will take you to discussions. There'll be times where we will do discussions, and in fact, the first week, you will, at the end of the week, submit your expository questions, and you learn what that is through the course of the first week's materials. You'll submit them here as a discussion post. Everybody can see discussion posts. That's the idea. And then we give each other feedback on it. So you can find the discussion posts by going to the communication section. They're also found, if they're an assignment, they're also found underneath the content tab. So this will take you to that discussion forum as well. I'm very excited to teach this class. Every year that I teach this class, I learn something about myself as an instructor, as a writer. I have found that the key to this class is communication and putting in the work. I've never had a student fail that put in the work. I know what you need to do to develop as a writer. Developing as a writer is like learning to ride a bike. It's like learning to shoot a free throw. It's like learning to hit a golf ball. The first time you got on a bike, it was a mess. It was a disaster. But somebody held you up. Somebody talked to you. Somebody gave you guided instruction, and you got better at it. And that's the same exact thing that can happen with writing. I encourage you to approach it like riding a bike. You're going to crash and burn. You're going to skin your knee. But if you get up and you keep pedaling, eventually you'll be able to do it. And like riding a bike, the rest of your life, it'll be a skill you'll be able to pick up. And I look forward to helping you develop that skill. I'm always excited at this beginning of spring semester because while it's cold out, when this class ends, it'll be summertime. I will have gotten rid of my winter beard by then, and we'll be getting ready for summer. So I look forward to the writer you will be by the end of this class.